Dak had 4 touchdowns last night, keeping the Cowboys season afloat, but I assume, Brou, he's on the outside looking in for this edition of Brou's Ballot.
4-5-1 doesn't get you in.
Sure.
Sorry, Dak. But having a good season, though. I told Nick in the break, I think he's going to think this is the perfect Brou's Ballot.
Oh,
wow. He's going to love this.
Get out of town.
Look,
this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
No.
4-5-1 doesn't get you in.
As a quarterback.
As a quarterback.
Quarterback's responsible for the record.
These are the most empty statistics in the NFL.
Empty?
This is ridiculous.
He is on pace to break the sack record that has stood for 24 years.
Congratulations.
15 sacks. He's on pace for 25 and a half.
Pace for 1,000.
He would break it in 16 games right now.
Can I have a quick?
You and I are not.
Can I quickly get mad about this?
Yes.
This is the rare. I'm still mad at Myles Garrett on his behalf.
Because he didn't leave.
Because he wanted.
Because he said he wrote that letter, said I've always wanted to win a championship, and I'm like, yes. And this is real. It sounds like I'm making fun of Myles Garrett, but I am not. I want to see great players play on great stages, and it feels like, get your money, so be it. But he is so good at this point. And watching the Patriots, like, congratulations on your 5.5 sacks. You lost by 20 plus. It feels like all of his effort is so divorced from winning that we are wasting the prime of a legendary player. That's why it gets my goat. I'm actually a Myles Garrett fan, but this is also absurd.
He couldn't turn down that money. There's such a thing called life too.
Winning teams have money too.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, Brou, it's not like he would have gotten a ton of money elsewhere as well. Maybe not quite as much.
I like all of it.
They will either trade him in the future or they'll get. Well, the Browns haven't been good for a long time, but maybe they'll turn it around. But anyway,
this is ridiculous.
This is not ridiculous.
MVP
Myles
of what?
Garrett, he leads the league.
What's valuable?
He leads the league in tackles for loss with 22. Here's how big that is. Only 7 guys in the league have double-digit tackles for loss.
He's unbelievable.
He's number 1 by 5, and he's played 1 fewer game than second place.
You guys just have me out on an island?
No,
I'm just trying to let Brou go through his thing.
You've
We're
done
not gonna
enough,
have time.
but this is,
Yeah.
The pickings are slim. Who am I putting in there? Dak?
Jonathan Taylor better be on here.
We'll see. Number 4, Josh Allen. He's back in.
Yeah.
28 touchdowns, leads the league. We saw him. 3 run, 3 pass. First to do it since he did it last time, and they're the only 2 ever to do it since the great autograph.
Yeah, autograph.
Number 3, your guy, Wild.
Thank you.
Jonathan Taylor. All right, not on pace to break the record anymore. On pace over 29 touchdowns, 31 LaDainian Tomlinson. Number 2, your guy, Wild.
Thank you.
And number 1, everybody's All-American.
Not the perfect.
He's still ahead. I want to hear what Nick said.
I totally agree with 1 through 3. I think Josh Allen's got a very legitimate case for 4. I would have a hard time. I said a few weeks ago that I wouldn't put Patrick on because they were 4-4, or what, I don't even remember what they're right. I think it was 4-4. So I'm gonna have a hard time putting Myles Garrett. I don't think
quarterbacks are a little different.
I agree they're different. I just don't think you can be on a 2-win team and be in the MVP race.
It's just a who's hot list.
I thought, Greg.
I want to know who should be 5 because it is.
Did you fall out of love with JSN?
No. So why is it in consideration?
He was on your ballot a couple weeks ago.
He lost last week. That's why. He lost. He lost.
Oh, he lost. Miles ain't losing, huh?
He made a potential catch of the year. You're right. Are y'all just sneezing at
basically
25 sacks?
I mean, no, we're not sneezing at the sacks.
Defensive player of the year.
Well, that's what he.
Exactly.
Do they not have a great defense?
They have a great defense. They have a great defense.
It ain't his fault. They got no quarterback, with all due respect.
Let me just real quick, 20 more seconds, us. I know our clock's way off today. Apologies. Here's the defense of it. It feels like his case is very similar to Burrow's.
Yes.
Which is, my side of the ball is awesome. We are losing games purely because of things that happen when I'm off the field. Now, Burrow, at least, they won half the games as opposed to being the second worst team in football. But still, I think that's the case. When I'm on the field, my team is awesome. When I'm off the field, we lose the game.
And he may break a record that is a serious, important
Real
record.
Yeah.
And it's still for 2 decades.
Well, NBA talk. 2 big stories. One superstar is back and one is out. We'll start with who's back. LeBron ramping up for his debut tonight against the Jazz after a bout of sciatica sidelined him. He's officially listed as questionable, but Shams is saying he wants to play and will go through his normal routine. Hopefully he plays. Lakers this season ranks. They're a good team, but first in field goal percentage, but everything else in the teens and 20s.
And their point differential, if you care about it, is that of a 500 team, but they have a great record. So you can say, that's they've been clutch or whatever it is, but the teams with them in the standings are beating teams by like 10, 11 points a game.
Right.
And the Lakers' point differential, it's like 2 points a game.
So how dangerous do you think the Lakers are?
Well, look, LeBron's told me that before about being able to play with anybody he could fit in, which I tend to agree with, but he doesn't do that. Like, he could fit in with a team if he is willing to play a certain way. And he showed us last year he's willing to defer to Luka. I think what the Lakers, like, him coming back, I'd love to see him focus on kind of interior play, rebounding, scoring inside. He could run pick and roll.
You want to be like traditional power forward?
To at least give it a try. Yeah. Him and Luka in a pick and roll, because Ayton doesn't like to roll as much as he should. LeBron obviously can pop, but he could roll and catch these passes from Luka and dunk them. That's kind of what the Lakers need. They need three-point shooting, and LeBron's become a good three-point shooter, but he's not going to fix that solely by himself. But what they are with LeBron, I think, is a second-tier Western Conference team, which contender. Like, the first tier is, we talked about it, OKC is 14-1 without their second-best player. They're winning by an average of 15.5 points. Last year, they set the record for point differential by winning by almost 13 points a game. They're about to obliterate that if this continues. Like, I don't think the Lakers with LeBron are better than them. Denver, which played OKC tough, obviously, last year, and is better this year than they were last year. I put them with OKC on tier 1, and then that's it. And then you got the Houstons, the Lakers, the Spurs if Wemby, and we'll talk about that. And then I'm missing somebody.
Are you thinking of Golden State?
Not Golden State.
I mean, there's Portland, there's
Minnesota.
Phoenix.
I'm putting Minnesota in there because of potential.
Yeah.
So I think the Lakers will be right there on that level. I expect LeBron, when he plays, to play well. The question is just, and this is it for all players, I can't say at this stage of their career because nobody's been there, but older players is, can you stay on the floor for the next 3 months straight? So I think that'll be the challenge, but I think he'll play well.
And I want to know what you wrote down, because I saw, my guess is it's something interesting. But they said that their plan is, when LeBron's got his wind back, play him 35 minutes a game, which just is what it is. LeBron has been very clear that if he's going to play, he just wants to play. Playing 28 minutes versus playing 35 minutes, he doesn't think has an impact, because of all the work he does to get ready to play is the real strain. Does that make, the stuff he does?
But nowadays, very few players are playing 35
I know.
minutes.
So, and I don't know if they will play him that. I found what he said, I found 2 things interesting about our preamble. One is, and maybe it's because of sciatica, maybe he's just screwing around, but if that shot is not, that's a different shot for him than LeBron has ever had. So I don't know, again, this is a small sample of if we roll this video, that's not how he has ever shot the ball. And so I don't know what that, again, he might just be screwing around. But we'll see when he plays. So that was noteworthy to me. And what he said was also noteworthy, because I obviously agree with him. which is, and I understand Brou's point, which is he has not always done that,
right,
but he's always been able to do that. He is truly one of the only guys in the league that can truly play all 5 positions, certainly modern basketball where the center position is not, you don't have to be 7 feet tall and on the block the whole game. And I do think he has been wanting to cede on the court control to a guy for a decade. Or nearly a decade. He wanted it to be AD. AD wouldn't take it. And he gave it to Luka. Like people, some of my frustration with some of the commentary of, oh, the Lakers are rolling, is LeBron come back going to screw it up? Is it acted as if we didn't see them play together last year? Now, I know the playoffs didn't go well, but that was not because, like, LeBron and Luka weren't, exactly right. Like what we saw when Kyrie and Luka the first week together and they were, like, playing hot potato with the ball about who's going to take the final shots. That's not what happened. The Lakers just weren't good enough. They weren't good enough defensively. They ran out of gas. So I do think their only chance of getting to that top tier, if they have one, is by having LeBron and having him look somewhat like he did last year. And now we'll see what a player in year 23 looks like, which we've never seen in professional basketball.
One note, he's got very little margin for error to miss games without falling.
He's not going to be. He's not going to be All NBA eligible.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even.
He would have to. If he would have to play in every game the rest of the way except for 3.
So I think that is, if he plays amazing and he deserves a spot, but because he got this, sort of late start, I think it will be the first flaw in that rule.
The 65 game thing?
Yeah.
It'll be the first one, like, okay, the Iron Man of the NBA just only took 3 days off or 4 days off, and then he's not eligible.
I mean, I'll feel that way, but what if we're going to talk about Wemby in a second. What if Wemby, misses 3 weeks with this calf strain, plays 62 games, is the best defensive player in the league by a mile, and can't win Defensive Player of the Year?
It's not quite right. I don't understand the spirit of it, but I think it's going to be.
Is that what you wrote down? Did you write down something?
No, I've got something else.
Okay.
News out of San Antonio: Wemby will miss a few weeks with a calf strain. Spurs coach Mitch Johnson says it wasn't a specific play, Brou, but quote, obviously we've seen around the league recently the calf tightness thing is not something you want to take lightly.
That's why you founded Hobble Watch.
Yeah, I'm always on high alert. Wemby's career, 129 games played, 48 games missed. Is this a big deal or no big deal?
Well, I think it's a big deal. There's some reporting out there that they're being overly cautious, that he feels fine, but they're just like, look, because what this could lead to, so we want to be extra cautious. Hopefully that's the case. Obviously, every basketball fan wants to see this guy have a career where he can play, every season for the most part. But it's even if whether it's big or not, if he's out 3 weeks, it's big because the Spurs actually look like they're a pretty good team.
Yes.
And right now they're 9-4, I believe.
Yes.
If he's out 3 weeks and they stumble and maybe, fall, I mean, he would bring them back into the playoffs. But I'm just saying that kind of takes away perhaps another potential contender in the West. For him, I think, because, calf injuries, these injuries that are more common now, Achilles, it may be related to the style of play. There's a lot of people that feel like just because the pace is what it is, you're covering a lot more of the court. Your defense is out at the three-point line versus in the paint. If I were the Spurs, I would start playing him more inside than on the perimeter. Not that he won't be on the perimeter at all, but early this season, that first game he had that was so tremendous, and the next few weeks, he was driving the basketball. He wasn't taking many threes. If you watch the last few weeks, he's been sitting outside, but he's planting himself, whether it's in the corner, whether it's at the three-point line near the top of the key. They need to have him at the free throw line, which they were doing a lot earlier, or flashing to one side of the post or the other. I'm not saying plant him on the block, but flash him to one side or the other, because obviously he'd be effective down there, number one. Defensively, he could block shots if they can keep him near the basket. And I think it would cut down on some of the wear and tear. For any player to be playing like that is wears on you. For a 7-7 guy, I would imagine it could be even worse. So that's something I would look at if I'm the Spurs.
All right, micro, macro for me quickly. Micro is, man, he needs to get some reps with De'Aaron Fox. Like, they traded for Fox, then Wemby had the blood clot, then Wemby's healthy this year, Fox is not healthy yet, then Fox comes back, now Wemby's out. And because I do think the Spurs have very interesting decisions about Castle, Harper, Fox. Do we want to keep them all? Do we want to move one? Who plays best with Wemby? Do we want to go for it right now? Do we want to bide our time? So there's a lot that is just in the micro for the next month and for this season for the Spurs that is a missed opportunity. For the macro, this is just a lot of ominous signs about Wemby's. All of the guys who we look at it as GOAT conversation adjacent or whatever, man, what they all had in common was amazing durability. And obviously Jordan broke his foot in year 2, but that almost feels flukish. You know what I mean? It's like Tom Brady blowing out his knee. It's like a one-off injury cost you a year, but that's it. I worry about Wemby. I've always worried about Wemby, and I also think for the actual, GOATs conversation, some of it is like getting pelts on the wall and, those things, and it's just the more stuff like this. I know it sounds silly.
65.
Yeah, it's like, instead of having 7 defensive player of the years, he has 4. It's a bummer. And I hope the Spurs are being cautious, but like you said, you have to walk the line of being cautious and being too cautious. Right. But everyone's terrified of Achilles, understandably. Yeah.
So you had a good take on, do you just go for it now if you're because
Dylan Harper?
Castle's a keeper.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.